Siemanko, witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku na moim kanale z Hogwart Legacy. W poprzednim zrobiliśmy samouczek, prolog. Dzisiaj już pierwsze kroki w Hogwarcie. Zobaczymy, co będziemy w stanie i mogli zrobić już teraz. Chyba się przebierzemy, bo w końcu odbiorę sobie ten strój, który na samym początku właśnie poprzez kupienie tej edycji przedpremierowej dostaliśmy jakiś tam specjalny kostium. No zaraz postaramy się przebrać i zobaczyć, co to mamy. No i przede wszystkim... o kurwa, widać nas dłuższe trochę. Oko. W poprzednim odcinku tak słyszałem, że... Znaczy w ogóle mnie nie było słychać, o tak. Więc troszkę sobie dźwięki z gry wyciszyliśmy. Mam nadzieję, że teraz będzie to zdecydowanie lepiej słychać. No i co? Nie przedłużając, jedziemy dalej. Czas ustawię. Mimo wszystko będę podtrzymywał, będę się mniej odzywał, raczej będzie to stricte taki gameplay, sama rozgrywka. Czasem coś tam dopowiem. Tak. Dobra. Jedziemy. Co my tu możemy teraz zrobić? Otwieramy ekwipunek. Bo jeszcze nie możemy w ogóle. Nie no, ustawienie. Nie ma ekwipunku jeszcze. Dobra.
Revelio.
Mamy taką skrzyneczkę.
Lumos.
Dobra, jedziemy.
Revelio.
Kozak. Możemy tu wejść? A ja. Już to zjedliśmy. Tylko tak, czy to jednorazowo, czy mogę jeszcze raz? Kurde. A możemy. A ciekawe, czy to odlecza życie? Tutaj, czy tylko taka interakcja? Co my też mamy? O, proszę. Zamek poziom pierwszy. No nie otworzymy tego na razie. Dobra, dochodzimy. Idziemy do celu. Nie będziemy przedłużać.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Dobra, mam się przedstawić Melcie Omisowi Sebastianowi. Możemy z kim innym w ogóle pogadać? Co my tu mamy?
Did you see the way they just waltzed in at the end of the sorting ceremony last night?
O.
Can't imagine
Orzeszki?
starting a new school this late.
A little room, everyone. Let them through.
Sporo widzę, nawet interakcji tu jest. A nic na ten
Rebellion.
moment nie daje. Dobra, pogadajmy sobie
That is not helpful.
z Sebastianem.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Ja w Slytherynie
Not
sobie
everyone has a
przyjaźnię
ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
normalnie. Nie do poznania normalnie. Dobra, bądźmy kozakami.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Czuję się to jak w Gryffindorze normalnie. Dobra, zapytajmy go o coś więcej.
What book were you reading?
A spellbook I picked up
Wyraźmy zaciekawienie.
has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was
Bardzo
good
dobrze.
meeting you. Good luck today.
Gościa warto pamiętać. Coś nam o zakazanych zaklęciach może później powie.
Revelio.
Mamy tu coś jeszcze?
Black noticed the scuff on his shoe the other day, and would not take another step until a house elf polished it away for him. Horrid man.
Professor Black glanced at me the other day in the Great Hall.
Dobra. Coś tu jeszcze mamy? Nie, dobra.
Might want to think that again.
I think she was the pioneer of the wizarding school.
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
First year.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
And I know what
Checkmate.
so you could hold your tongue.
Told you.
I do not talk about her all the time. You haven't seen her about her.
You should have listened to me.
Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years.
I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
O, się przechwala.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly.
Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying.
I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could.
Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time.
There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me.
Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Dobra, zostało misowi. Czy omis? Co to? Chyba dobre.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common
jest
room,
chyba ślepy.
I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
No
Is
dobra,
the new
już
5th year
robiliśmy.
Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Everybody knows you're in remedial potion.
Dobra, Wesley.
How much
Czeka
longer do
na
you
mnie
think Black
przy
will be here
schodach.
after? I have family in America.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Chyba teraz nam się blokuje ekwipunek w ogóle. Nie tylko.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you
Możemy
to
coś? Kurde, ale nic. Za chwilę pewnie.
surroundings.
Escape, co? Kurde. Nie wiem, chyba takie rubryki na górze. Dobra, jeszcze nie możemy. Coś tu więcej? Nie.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Strony królika. Posąg przedstawia kelpię, zmiennokształtnego demona wodnego z Irlandii i Wielkiej Brytanii. Zwykle przyjmuje postać długowłosego konia. Największy kelpie, jakiego kiedykolwiek odnotowano, to potwór z Loch Ness w Szkocji. Kelpie chyba. Dobra. Nakładne wyzwanie przewodnika. Postępy w wypełnianiu wyzwań. Dobra. No, teraz mamy. Gdzie wybierz wziąć? Dobra, dodajemy, zobaczymy co my tu mamy. Walka, misja, deklaracja strony przewodnika, pokój życzeń. Zebranie pierwszej strony przewodnika odblokowało nową kategorię wyzwań. Nowe wyzwania odblokowuje w trakcie twojej przygody. Pojawiają się właśnie tutaj. Bez strony przewodnika, aby kontynuować.
Clever, isn't it?
Dobra, czekaj, kurde, teraz mam chyba właśnie ekwipunek. Mam co? Mapę. No, tu nic więcej na razie nie możemy. Inwentarz. Statki, zasoby, zwierzęta. Wyposażenie. Dobra. Z tego co wiem, możemy sobie założyć rękawiczki, ale i... O, zmień wyglądać. Dobra, zostawimy czar. Tego nie wybrano. Okularów nie chcemy. Beretka, kaszkiet. Nie. Ale dobra, załóżmy sobie tak i zobaczmy, jakbyśmy mieli wygląd, co my tu będziemy mieli. Słabo, dobra. W okularach. Też nie. Dobra, z szalików. Mamy jakiś zwykły. A tu możemy zostawić. Szatę mamy jedną. Teraz chyba... O właśnie, można sobie kaptur założyć. Spoko opcja. Mam chyba poziom, dobra. I tu mamy teraz tak. Coś takiego. Ten zwykły. Bez. O. Ten jest kozak. Dobra, ten zostawimy. O, jedno, dobra. Coś innego mamy. No kurde, elegancko, tak sobie zostawimy. Też, dobra, to jest to. Misje. Relacje poboczne ukończone, dobra. Co my tu jeszcze mamy? Ustawienia, kolekcje. Jest to, co odblokowaliśmy, dobra. O, bo coś jeszcze mamy. Karpia. Boże, karpia, kurwa, karta. Coś jeszcze? To sobie zobaczmy raz. O, 300. Dobra. Jedziemy, nic więcej na tym
Keep
nie
your eyes
możemy
open
zrobić.
for more opportunities
Ej, kozak
like
wygląda,
that,
kurde.
inside and outside of the castle.
To chyba szybkie czaszki podłoga. Wypas. Nie no, sliternia jak nic.
Lumos. Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Spoko, dobra. Spółdzielna nowa główne obszary. Po lewej stronie mapy znajdują się kwatery mieszkalne uczniów i nauczycieli, a także pokoje wspólne domów i wielka sala. Po lewej stronie, dobra. Wielkie schody. Pierwszy rynek wielkich schodów, aby kontynuować. Na widoku możesz zobaczyć płomienie Fiu dostępne w tym regionie. Zielone płomienie Fiu reprezentuje płomienie już odkryte, a w tym pokój wspólny twojego domu. Dobra, mamy dwa. Szare płomienie Fiu zaznaczają położenie odkrytych płomieni. No proste. Po prawej stronie mapy są błoniak, gdzie możesz znaleźć pracownie i inne ważne miejsca szkoły, takie jak wieża astronomiczna, biblioteka czy szklarnia. Pierwszy rejon aneksu biblioteki. Profesor Wesley blokowała dla Ciebie płomień Fiu w sali głównej. Użyj AD, aby obrócić mapę i naciśnij spację, przemieścić się do płomienia sali. W zasadzie spoko.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
The Chutling cannons are going.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Może mi pani powiedzieć więcej o lekcji zaklęć?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Czym jest obrona przed czarną magią?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
O Jezu, w końcu.
Revelio.
Dobra, co my tu mamy? To się nic nie może zrobić. Dobra. Jeszcze, dobra, pogadajmy z tym figiem.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Otwórz map. Następnie przedstawia główne misje. Przechodzenie głównych misji rozwija fabułę, blokuje nowe funkcje i zapewni PD. To oczywiste. Te misje są zablokowane ze względu na wymagane zaklęć i lub poziomów. W takich przypadkach musi być wymagany poziom i lub niezbędne zaklęcia, aby aktywować misję. Nowe zaklęcia można zdobyć wykonując zadania profesorów. Znaczenia takiego lub jako nagrody z misji. Dobra. Śledź misję używając zdjęcia z zaklęć. Mapa przewodnika. Nagrody. Accio, czyli przyciąganie i Levios. Dobra, to nam się przyda.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I'm going to have my own telescope one day. I've already decided that Jupiter's my favorite planet. Although I suppose Saturn's got the rings going for it.
It was perfect for stargazing the other night. Not a cloud in the sky.
A,
I've never
spoko.
seen the
Dobra.
heavens so clear.
Revelio.
What am I missing?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty.
Kurde,
But
spoko,
it's
to jest tyle
this
opcji, tyle
painting. I never
osób do
noticed it
gadania. Myślę, że na
before.
razie jedno spotkaliśmy,
If
ale
I know
coś podejrzewam, że
Hogwart,
będzie
and
dużo
I
interakcji
do,
z
an
innymi
empty
postaciami,
frame
także
doesn't
spoko.
appear for no
Można
reason.
się wczytać też.
There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on.
Dobra, mamy zadanie poboczne chyba, nie? Jeźdź do zaklęć na obronę, dobra. Ma nagrody. O, wygląd. Tej misję. Nora wspomniała, że obraz stracił wskazówkę, a chwyciła przy nim Lumos. Może też spróbuję. Dobra, to sobie będziemy. To sobie najpierw zrobimy.
Illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
O, tak gdzieś, dobra. O, tak myślałem.
Revelio.
Mam tu jeszcze. A, jest. Bogato gdyby napętana z wiernie wyszypionymi posągami mieszkańców magicznego świata. Włączając w to kamienne syreny otaczające podstawę fontan. Wow, dobra. Stawiamy.
Lumos.
Jest. Dobra, zostawimy tak. Stój. Kurde. Chyba nie złapię teraz. To na razie nie czaję, o co chodzi, ale... Dobra, kurde, na razie to zostawiamy.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Imelda Wraith acts as if she invented it.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Poziom mamy. Mamy co zrobić? Ja nie mam jakichś umiejętności. Kolekcje. Co my tu mamy dalej? 100 spoko. Też nic więcej nie mamy. Legendarne rękawice. Wygląd. No, dobra, damy do czegoś. Zobaczmy sobie pasażenie. Wygląd. Tego nie możemy. Dobra, idziemy pogadać z tą babeczką.
My sister organized Quidditch practice.
Revelio. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
No i... Jakoś kurde odbiera, czy co? Jakiś strój. No wygląda, ale kurde, no nie było tego. A że to jest to. No dupa nie ma. Wygląd? Jest, dobra, spoko. Się powaliło z szatą. Nie, no to lepiej wygląda. Napaję nową, brylę, nic, rękawiczki, nic. Nie, dobra. Dobra.
Revelio. Lumos.
I don't like flying on a broom.
Chłopak. Dobra. Nauczmy się
Some
też
of
tego
us are hardier
zaklęcia.
than others.
Mamy tak, zaklęcie. Acjo.
You don't have to look far to know who will praise you.
Mierzanie, czy... Jaką stronę byśmy chatnęli? Dupa. Jeszcze jedno.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Jak kozak. Kurde, też tak chcę. Nowa lokalizacja, dobra. Tutaj coś mam. O, kolejny obraz. Proszę.
Lumos.
A mi teraz powiedz jedną rzecz. Czy...
Revelio.
Stronę. Mamy kolejnego Feniksa. Proszę cię bardzo.
What do you want? I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
Mamy teraz zadania? W razie czego? Nie. Nie widzimy na podstawie zdjęcia szukać tego miejsca. Na mapie jest chociaż oznaczenie tego jak
Revelio.
Say I lost my wand just to get rid of Weasley's.
Gościu, zejdź mi z drogi.
Off on another adventure, are we?
To są lekcje przed czarną magią. O, skrzyneczka możemy otworzyć.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Co to za ty? Jeszcze blisko. Dobra, idźmy sobie na tę lekcję, później będziemy szukać jeszcze. Nas nie goni troszkę.
Lumos. Revelio.
Proszę cię bardzo, już idę, kurde. Ula. Obrona 0, obrona 3. O kurde, to wiadomo, że to sobie założymy. To zrobimy tak. Zmienimy wygląd. Na ten. Klasa.
Lumos. Revelio.
Kurde, interakcja z klubem, z łóżką. To będzie.
And I don't say things I don't mean.
Oh dear.
Lumos.
Not sure what kind of look you call that.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Revelio.
Dobra, to coś mamy. Teraz tych skrzynia będzie się działo. Dobra, spadamy stąd. Idziemy w końcu na tą lekcję.
Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Zaczynamy misję. Lekcja.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello,
Beczka.
I am Nettie.
Jestem ze Slytherinu, co
So
ty
you
chcesz?
are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
W końcu mi się przydatne zaklęcie.
Akio!
O, to
That
ty
is
tak
not
zrobimy ze
bad.
stroną właśnie, kurde.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
Co to, kurde, po lekcji już? Ale po tym odcinku, po tym zadaniu sobie zakończymy.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done. Excellent. Happens to the best of us. Splendid! Stay focused. Accio. Very good.
No. Jedno się udało.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Dobra, rozgrzewka to.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
O, skubany.
Phew.
Accio.
O kur...
Excellent.
Here we go.
Stój, stój. Dobra.
That is how it's done.
Elegancko.
Brilliant.
Remix.
Be sharp.
No nie gadaj, że ja...
Akio!
Oj,
Splendid.
zajebałem.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
No ładnie to go.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Tak jest.
Phew.
Weźmiemy najpierw to.
Akio!
Tak.
That's
Jest. Jakie 30, kurwa? Na 50 siadł.
Let us see this.
O, pięknie.
Oh dear me.
Akio!
No, babeczko, to teraz dostaniesz w połę.
Quite impressive. Be sharp.
No elegancko ci to spycha.
I thought I had that.
To już zwycięstwo. Easy.
excellent control there. Very good, both of you. Well done.
Można powiedzieć 1-1. Ale to tam była rozgrzewka.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I akcent ma spoko.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Będę mógł na przykład nie
Mostly,
uczestniczyć w zajęciach,
yes.
to będzie miał
But I
jakieś
did have to
skutki.
learn how to use a wand when
Rozumiem,
I
że teraz to
arrived
są
here.
jakieś główne zadania,
Hardly
nie trzeba
anyone
będzie,
at
nie?
Wagadu
Ale
uses one.
jak są takie poboczne, czy to będą jakieś na przykład lekcje też poboczne, gdzie będę mógł się nauczyć, ale na przykład będzie czas, który minie i na przykład nie udało mi się uczestniczyć w tych zajęciach i stracę to, co mogłem zyskać. Kurwa, to też było dobre.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts.
Wagadu.
Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Spoko, spoko, ale tu sobie już zakończymy i w następnym odcinku jedziemy dalej z tematem. Ustawienia. Piszemy sobie jeszcze. Dobra. To za chwilkę to machniemy. A tymczasem ja się z wami żegnam. I do następnego.